Welcome to another episode of Redesigning Your Relationships Live. I am your host, Geovanna Burgess White, with my co-host.
Hello, Yvette Valdenegro.
And it says, we are live on Instagram too. So yay! Welcome to season 4. We are doing things new, everything. Well, it was live, but we're now live on Instagram. It's a new feature from StreamYard. So thank you, StreamYard, for doing that. And we are Spotify exclusive now. And the great thing about Spotify is it's also video. There is a poll feature and a question feature. So interact with us. If you're watching us LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, you can do that in the comments. And if you're watching us on Spotify, there is a whole feature section that you can do that with. So we're super excited to be here. And part 3 of our mini series, if you've been watching us the last 2 weeks, we are doing the Entrepreneurial Playbook, the Women's Entrepreneurial Playbook, and today is part 3 out of 4. So we're about to wrap this up.
Yes, with expanding yourself and your business. We do have a part 4. There's 4 to our series. We've been talking about what in the world do women in 2024 really need? And what do we need to be concentrating on as entrepreneurs? But honestly, this isn't just for entrepreneurs. This is really just, whether you want to call them life lessons or just things to think about. If you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, you can even be, and when I say this, I'm not saying it like it's not a good thing, but at home, you can be a mom, which, to be honest, you're your own CEO. Been there, and oh my gosh, you need to be investing in yourself as well. All of these things that we talk about are 100% for all women, but yes, we've narrowed it down to entrepreneurs in particular. But today we're going to be talking about investing. First one was responsibility, and we defined, what that really was. The second one was investing in yourself and your business. And I'm sorry, this one is expanding yourself and your business. And what does it really mean to expand? So I did think about, we just got off a powerful call. And I love how we do jump from thing to thing. We're not scripted. It's not like we plan exactly what we're going to say other than just some key points that we want to bring up. But boy, my mind is just resounding with just the call that we just had, because this plays right into how, we as entrepreneur or women or people who just want to change the world around us, the question is, how do I do it? How do I expand my reach? How do I expand myself? How do I grow myself bigger with whatever the calling, the purpose, the aim, the goal that I'm really reaching? So I think that this is going to be great.
No, set in such alignment. So, and if you're watching us on Instagram, I apologize. I hit the button a little late. So welcome to part 3 of the Women's Entrepreneurial Playbook. We're still working with the live feature on Instagram. So, and I wanted to do something a little different, again, because we're not scripted. I want to go ahead and do our sponsored episode, because I think we're going to start doing that at the beginning. So this episode, this series, is sponsored by a collaboration. The Houston Business Women Association and YGC is doing our signature series workshops. I know for those of you guys who know us, followed us, we do these amazing business workshops every single year. They're on the calendar. They start in March. So go to anywhere you're watching, click on the link, sign up. We are talking about calendar integrity and time management. But I love that they're sponsoring this series, because it goes hand in hand with investing in yourself, investing in your business, and really helping you to grow and scale. And most importantly, help you with your ideal client and creating life-work balance. So today, as we talk about expansion, don't get overwhelmed, because I know you're like, oh my God, responsibility and investing was already a lot. Now we're talking about expanding. But if you invest in yourself, you invest in your business, you understand that time is on your side, the expanding piece is going to be easy, I promise.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just natural. It's a natural, I think it just happens naturally. I think we just give it a negative comment, like a thought process, just because we go, oh gosh, like, what does that mean? Now I have to do more work. No, It actually is. I like to think of it as the outpouring of what's already happening. Like we talked about responsibility. When you take responsibility for what's going on, and then you're really truly investing in yourself and your business, the natural outcome is going to be that growth. But being intentional and being smart about it is really the key behind what does it really mean to expand. So the first thing right up, scaling your business sustainability. Listen, you can go on the internet right now and just put in growth strategies for business and you'll be overwhelmed like you wouldn't even believe, because there are really great strategies. There's really great processes. There's really great techniques. The idea of growing a team, putting people around you, all that's super important, but being strategic as to figuring out which ones are the ones that are really gonna benefit you. And that does take some time to do your research, to think things through, ask the people in your circles, what have they done? What do they find success in? And putting them all together. But I'm going to add a little nugget in here, because when I was just these key little points, I thought, so true, so true. But let's go back to, even with the strategies, because so many of them are amazing. There are so many great techniques out there because they're proven. Like, if you do these things, then you're going to get some outcome. Like, let's just be real. You reach out to 100 people. Obviously, that's a funnel. There's going to be a small percentage that maybe respond, but you're going to get a response because you're putting so many things out there. Like, it's common sense, I guess. Like, but I go back to the original thing that we teach is your mindset and your attitude when you go into doing these things, and who are you, the person, when you're thinking about how do I expand and how do I grow as a person and in my business. Because if you still have that mojo of the messy Marvin and the negativity, you're going to bring that negativity into your growth and expansion. And you obviously don't want that.
Yeah, and this is where people tend not to go. They think of growth and expanding their business is scary, and I really want you to like turn that around and be like, how exciting is it is at everything that you've done, showing up, being consistent, being intentional, micro niching, serving your ideal client, taking time for yourself, making sure that you're creating that life work balance, with obviously the responsibility and investing in both sides of your business and yourself. It becomes like, this is the growth, this is the flourishing, this is the part that this is why we're doing all this. So it shouldn't be scary, it should be exciting, and it should be on some sort of timeline. You don't want to put too much pressure on yourself, but yeah, like most businesses, after 4 or 5 years, it's time to really start the growth and expansion. And we did investing last of the last series, but I want to talk about investing in your health and well-being. And it's crazy because this morning on LinkedIn, someone had asked about that. Like, what do you do in the hustle and bustle? Do you take time for yourself? And 100%. You can't you can't be in the mindset of growth and expansion and then building your team and learning the techniques and getting the back end done, but you're not putting yourself first and you're not giving yourself time to really like recover and again be healthy, not just in physical form, but in your mindset, emotionally, and in your mindset. So really, really important for mental health. Having the same thing that you would do in your business. What are the tools, the resources, and the things that you're doing for yourself?
Yeah. Okay, this next one, I love telling this quick little story. So when I was in the event industry, I had a business and I was 100% me, myself, and I was my own networking group. I was my own tech. I was my own lead generator. I was my own email. I was my own everything. And that me on my own only got me so far. It wasn't until during COVID, we put our resources and our brains together and our energy together to really do a lot of things, and it was amazing. But we took that same fervor and we just brought it into YGC. So moving forward, you've always been really good at networking and connecting and building people together. This is something, and I'm saying this to the people who feel the way I used to. That is not a natural, it's not a natural thing for me to just outwardly look outside myself to other people. I'm very much a independent person. I like doing my own things. I like being by myself sometimes. So it doesn't bother me to work in that kind of environment. So I get when you put up a word like networking and building strategic partnership, that for some people, that just like your heart and your chest is like, oh my God, that's like pulling my nails out of my hand. Like, please don't make me do that. But I just want to maybe shed some light on the other side of networking, because it's beyond, it's not about, oh, this is what I do. I'm just here to tell you about my business and that's it. It really is building relationships. And relationships, that when I say that, that term is so full. It doesn't mean like, oh, you're going to go to a networking group and find your new best friend, right? You may, and that would be amazing. but you're looking for like-minded people who have that same energy and drive, maybe some of the same purpose, and like maybe you're going to a group because they're doing more philanthropy. Maybe you're going to a group because they really are, more technical and in the strategies that we were talking about. But you opening up yourself, and I'll say me opening up myself to meet new people, to expand my knowledge and to expand my reach has been a game changer, I think, not just for our business, but for myself, because now I'm not just this one little lone wolf trying to do big things. I want to link up and partner with other people that are doing those things too. And there is power beyond what we can even imagine when we link arm in arm with other people to reach a common goal or to work on a project. It's completely not the same. Does it bring some headaches? Yes, of course, because we're people, we're individuals, we got to learn how to work together. But the opportunities that come your way are far greater than what you can do as the lone wolf. So my encouragement to anybody listening to this, if I can do it, if the universe can change Yvette Valdenegro to be oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? To wow, I get excited. And my attitude and my mindset is so different going into any group that I go into now. It really is. I just feel like even just that one little thing, even if someone just said to themselves, I'm going to go visit a couple different networking groups, because not every group is for everybody, which is the way it's supposed to be. It's fine if it's not exactly what you're looking for, but what you're looking for is out there. And then really take the time to get to know the other people in the group, the purpose, the goals, the aims, what the benefits are. Because a lot of groups have a lot of benefits, but we don't get past well, what's the name of the group? Where do you guys meet? What day of the week? Does this really fit my schedule? Well, it's more than just, does it fit your schedule?
Yeah. Well, I've always been.
I was an Yvette soapbox. I've
always been a lover of networking and building strategic partnerships. But our name of our company, of our brand, is YG Collaborations, because we've been there, we've done that by ourselves, and we're done. Like, we're not getting any further by doing it all ourselves, and we're definitely not creating work-life balance, and we're definitely not expanding in our business, and we're not investing in our well-being. Like that, those days are over. And so when we show up as obviously our most authentic self, but we love what we do. And it took time to figure out where do we fit in? Are we aligned? And we want to encourage you to do that. Give yourself the time, have the energy, and go find these groups. And if you need help, just get a hold of us, because we are part of so many amazing women's groups, and we know women from other organizations, so we can help you get there.
Okay. And not only that, I'm going to go so far that if you're listening and you don't live in the Houston area, it does not matter. You can still reach out to us, because even in wherever you are in your region, it doesn't matter what country you are, there's a way to network where you are right now. So even if you're feeling like, but I don't live in Houston, you guys only know, it doesn't matter. You can still take the same principles anywhere you are in this world.
Yep. Yeah. And if you don't like it, make it happen, because that's what we did. We weren't finding the things that we couldn't find the groups, and we made ours happen. And now it's crazy. We were just talking about this in our earlier call. We're part of 5 women's groups, and we absolutely love them because they fill our cup in totally different ways. And how are you going to expand if you're not expanding your network? Like, that doesn't even work. You're not going to expand your business if you're not expanding your network. Which leads us to our last little point here, which is staying ahead of the trends. And oh my God, you guys, this is part of the growth. Like, if you get anything from this mini series, is obviously you are extremely important, you finding life work balance, but growing, some people don't like it. It's the same thing as change. We have to stay ahead of the trends, because the things that were even happening like 6 months ago to a year may not be working anymore. You have to be with the times. Things are changing. We're part of it. We're part of the movement. For anybody, again, if you've been watching us, you're in our community, you're in our bubble. We are all about disrupting and being part of this new movement for women. And it's happening. Like, this isn't going to be one of those things that, like, oh, when we pass away, we hope. No, we're doing it. We're in it. We're doing it. So get excited, because change is happening all the time. New things are coming out. This isn't just with tech. just in the way we show up and we network has completely changed than it was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So make sure that you're ahead. And for those of you that are like, oh, Geo, I'm talking about AI too. It's happening. AI was like Instagram was when Instagram, I don't even remember when Instagram came out because it's just so part of my DNA. Stay ahead of the trends. And when they're here, jump on the train and get on with it.
Okay, and here's a different way to look at that, because people resist it. Oh, this is what we hear. I don't want to change. I don't want to learn this all over again. I just, when I learn this, I have to change the whatever, right? Well, how about this? Look at it from a different perspective. What does your client need? What does your consumer need? What if you're selling a product? If the needs of the person buying your product changes, then guess what? Your product changes with it. And it's either going to go in the direction of meeting their needs or it's not. So you've got to be in tune with, and even though it sounds crazy, right? There's shifts, there's trends, there's all kinds of things. Some last a week, some go away in 6 months. But which ones pertain to you, your product, your business, what you're doing, and which ones don't. But if you're not aware, then you're actually really doing the person who's buying your product or your client a disservice.
100%. And yourself, because you're just going to stay stagnant and not grow. You're not going to be in this expanding stage. So I'm going to leave you with this beautiful quote. As a woman entrepreneur, success is just a destination, but let me rephrase. As a woman entrepreneur, success is not just a destination, but a holistic and empowered way of navigating the entrepreneurial landscape. Y'all should post that. Y'all should do a little screenshot, tag us in your stories, put this as save it in your phone. So important. We're going to be back next week with part 4. We're going to close this out with personal growth. Today was more about expanding your business. Well, yourself and your business. We're going to end it with personal growth. If you're just now listening today, go back to 1 and 2. Everything that we do this year is going to be a mini series, mini episodes. Contact us if you need anything. We do virtual connects for free, complimentary. So if you need to jump on with us, talk about where you are in your business, talk about where you are in your life. If any of this resonates with you, we're here. Anywhere you're watching, just click on the links. We're just excited to be here. So we'll be back next week. Same time, same day, part 4. Let me take us off here so we can say goodbye. Did I miss anything?
No, you were great.
All right.
Awesome.
Until next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.